for that. Now, cricket fever continues as the auction for the 2024 IPL, the Indian Premier League, is underway. I mean, the big news ahead of the auction was the appointment of Hardik Pandya as the captain of Mumbai Indian squad. Over 300 players, remember, will go under the hammer this year. The event in Dubai features a star-studded list including Mitchell Starc, Pat Cummins, Travis Head, Rachin Ravindra, and many more. Our sports editor for the group, K. Srinivas Rao, is now joining in to talk about this. Srinivas, great to have you with us here as always. We look forward to your analysis on the game of cricket and more. But I got this message. I want to read this to you. And, Pat Cummins is the subject of a fair bit of debate. And the message I got is this. It says Pat Cummins is going to earn approximately 1 crore per IPL game that he plays. That's 25 lakhs per over, 4 lakh rupees per delivery, and about 20,000 rupees for every step he takes. I don't know if you've done the numbers, Srinivas, but take it away.
Phenomenal. 20 crore, phenomenal. You know what? The first thing that occurred to me is I don't know whether Australia rewarded Pat Cummins enough for winning the World Cup for them. I don't know about that, but India has definitely rewarded a very well-deserving World Cup winning captain. Quite a trophy win there for, the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Not just because they get to have a captain on board, but look at this year. Everything that Pat Cummins has touched has actually turned into gold, whether it's the WTC final, coming back to win this 50-over World Cup from literally nowhere. And, look at Pat's journey over the last, couple of years, ever since Justin Langer exited the Australian dressing room as coach. And, all sorts of controversies around the man. He's literally fought all of it to emerge winner on every given front. I mean, if anybody deserves a day under the sun, it is Pat Cummins. So I think, and a very good buy for Sunrisers Hyderabad also, considering this is a captain they would like to want.
I'll give you another number, Prashant. I think you spoke about 1 crore per match, right? If he played two ODIs, 2 T20s, and 2 test matches for Australia, all of that together, that's 6 matches, then he would get this equivalent amount that what he's going to get for one match here in the IPL. That's 1 crore altogether. Srinivas, weigh in on that one, and how do you see things shape up as well? What are the other interesting ones that came out?
Well, some really interesting ones. For example, I think Travis Head and Daryl Mitchell, two really kind of compelling names, and I thought they went for a very good price and expectedly so. Whereas some bits I was surprised, like Delhi Capitals buying Harry Brooks, although they got him cheap, at 4 crores. Harry Brooks is a very good buy, but I don't know how is Delhi exactly going to benefit from Harry Brooks there. And the other bit was the most surprising one, Rovman Powell for 7.4 crore. Again, I mean, other than the fact that he happens to play in Rajasthan Royals Caribbean Premier League franchise, and that's why he kind of manages to build a connect. Other than that, I really don't know what exactly was the purpose there. The one thing that comes to my mind immediately as far as this mini auction is concerned is whatever the buys these teams are making is only for these couple of months, because once this next IPL, which is IPL 2024, once that's going to be over, literally all these buys are going to be rendered unnecessary, because retentions will happen. Most of these players will have to let go. So again, look at it from a Sunrisers Hyderabad perspective, they will want to hold back Pat Cummins. So that's why it's a very good buy. Look at it from a CSK point of view, Travis Head, a long-term cricketer. They would like to look at it from a Mumbai Indians point of view. 5 crore for Gerald Coetzee. I think that's a wonderful buy. So I think there are some of the buys that are long-term, but again, I don't know what is retention going to these buys. So it's only temporary for now.
Srinivas, when we talk about markets, we talk about, value investing. Who is the best value investor? Which team right now, so far? Who's being the most value conscious?
That's exactly where, it's a great question. Thank you for asking this, actually. It's a problem that IPL has not addressed properly yet. You talk about value building. Value building happens not at the top, it happens at the bottom, especially from a cricketing standpoint. If you'll see, value building is always futuristic building, and when you look at things from a futuristic perspective, you look at building grassroots, and I don't think IPL is providing an opportunity to do that. I'll give you an example of Mumbai Indians. a lot has been made, a lot of noise was made about Hardik Pandya coming back from Gujarat Titans to Mumbai Indians. Well, they saw value. They decided to spend money. They didn't mind going to the auction at half the purse that they could have potentially. And in doing so, Mumbai Indians has set a trend, which, mark my words, in the coming years, IPL, most other franchises will begin to follow. But since you're talking about value addition, I'll say this here. Look at MI identifying a Tilak Verma from a future perspective, a Vadera, or any youngster, what happens when the retention comes over next year? They have to let go of all these young names, Devol Brevis. MI decided at one time, there was a young South African batter, they wanted to invest. Next year, they have to let him go. So, unfortunately, today, even if franchisees have identified young names, talented young names, they don't want to put their cards on the table. They know that next year they will not be able to retain almost 80% of these names. So everybody is waiting for the mega auction. So there's no real value building happening here. And for value building to happen, the IPL really needs to take a very conscious call that the idea of an IPL auction, a player auction, is well past its sell-by date. It doesn't really have the charm. Value building will happen only when you encourage franchisees to build grassroots properties. That's not happening in IPL.
Okay, thank you very much for joining in with your insights. Keep them coming. For now, we need to... Thank you for watching CNBC TV 18. For all our top stories and news updates, follow us on our social media platforms.